Pau Gasol over the last few seasons dealing with a number of lower body injuries. Knee tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, groin, toe. I'll tell you, Kobe had suggested to him to try to really slim down to lessen the pressure on his joints.
And Pau, never really the burly type, but for 7-footers, getting as wide as possible can really reduce the pounding on those joints.
Yeah, it does. They say every 5 pounds takes some significant wear and tear off your joints. And we've certainly seen that be effective for Tim Duncan. He's leaned up considerably, and Pau able to play both power forward and center. I think the lighter weight will serve him well.
And it's Rose penetrating. Dunleavy's shot is off.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
To the left wing, feeds it to Wall. Back to Humphries. Just 5 on the clock. No good from West.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
And the Wizards with possession after the Bulls pick up 2. And Gortat kicks to Porter. And stolen by Butler. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Well, a tough shooting slump for Jimmy Butler last season. Some injuries took him out of rhythm. He was asked to play a bigger role offensively after Luol Deng was traded. Still, he's become one of the premier defensive players in the league.
Nene, he's checked in for the Wizards. Miller comes in for John Wall. And Jimmy Butler, a fan favorite in Chicago, taken with the 30th pick, Clark, back in 2011. And he really is a tenacious defender.
Yeah, he's a tough-minded, scrappy player. I mean, you hear about his tough upbringing. It's easy to see why he approaches the game with that fearlessness and determination that he plays with.
Now here's Rose. Shot clock at 6. Rebound by Nene.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Miller dishes to Nene. West with the ball. Butler covering from past the arc. West misses.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Rose. West with a wide open look. And that one hits back iron. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's the floater. Here's Gasol. And again, Chicago. No good. Dishes to Nene. Passes it to Porter. He feeds it to West. Miller kicks to Nene. Nice ball movement by Washington. West with a wide open look. Out to Miller. Deflects the pass to stop the drought. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
The mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
Gasol, a screen on Miller. Heinrich kicks to Gasol. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, something of a bounce-back season for Pau Gasol in 2013-14. Steve, with better health and a return to playing in the middle more often.
Yeah, you know, he dealt with a few nagging injuries, Kevin, but scored better, rebounded better. Nice to see him, show that he's really still an elite big after struggling a couple seasons ago.
Now, here is Miller. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Nene setting the pick for West. He got right to the cup using that screen.
Not a really great start for him as he just isn't shooting the ball that effectively here early on.
And for Powell, with an expiring contract, trade rumors swirled all season long. That's nothing new for him. We've been hearing them for years. Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Now here's West. He's got 8. Launches it. West missing again.
And Powell last season making $20 million a year. Hard for the Lakers to trade him when they wanted cap space. In the end, he found a new home and a new start in free agency.
Here's Heinrich, averaging 8 points a game. He kicks to Dunley. The shot. Can't get it to go. Now the Wizards take it the other way. It's West with the drive. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. And that's 10 points for Smooth.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Here's Gasol, and that one's good.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
Wizards trail by 7. Here's West, and Gasol sends it back. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Noah's shot is off. Stolen by Noah. Here's Butler, and he goes in for the dunk.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
It's West with the drive. West can't get that one to fall. Now here's Gasol. The shot by Butler, nobody around. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Chicago.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
I think they're also getting some good looks in transition, doing a nice job of running the floor.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Chicago right now, Taj Gibson is out there at Mirotic. Then there's Tony Snell. Then it's Brooks. And it's Heinrich in at the 2-guard spot. Chris Humphries has checked in for Nene. Wall against Brooks. Three-pointer, Butler. The shot is off. And the foul called on Kevin Seraphin. That's his first foul. The Bulls leading by 9.
First team foul.
The drive by Brooks, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Second team foul.
And he's going up for the alley-oop, and it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, for Doug McDermott, he feels as though he's been overlooked a lot in his career, but he's learned to let it go, saying, I've always had a chip on my shoulder because I didn't have any scholarship offers. It was more trying to prove people wrong early in my career. Now I feel like I've established myself, and I'm just playing for the love of the game. Good motivation, guys.
Man, the game's in his veins, don't you think, Doris? It's what he loves. Thank you.
Not the best shot, long range and with a defender right in his space.
And defensively, that's the kind of work he's known for. I mean, he loves to lock you up. That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. He put it on an absolute platter for him.
Other than the big offensive struggles last year, the Bulls were pretty much how they have been the last few years.
Exactly, Kevin. A strong defense with excellent rebounding and togetherness, and just lacked a little offensive firepower.
Now here's Wall. Turned in an outstanding game against Minnesota. Kicks it to Seraphin. Back to Butler. Second shot opportunity. Here's Humphries, and at last they get one to fall. Humphries has got it back down to within single digits for the Wizards. Brooks with it. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Snell. Shoots. No good. And Washington the other way now. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That will conclude their brief two-game road trip.
Boy, that's a game you know the Heat would really like to take.
Maybe that'll ignite them. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek. That's what those alley-oops do, though. Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him. And on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Brooks, that's a two-pointer. Rebound, Washington.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short-stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Some changes for Chicago. Dunleavy comes in for Tony Snell. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Aaron Brooks. Butler in the corner. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. That one on Dunleavy.
Well, a chance to check out John Wall here. This is the kind of play they love to see from him when he's just controlling things out there. First in assists, and he's in the top 10 in steals per game as well. So this is a guy who you have to be aware of when you've got the ball in your hands.
And, you know, you threw his #1 assist ranking out there, Steve, and what's really impressive is that not only is he creative, but he's a willing passer. The guy wants to give it up, and he really makes it easy for his teammates to score because he's so good at giving them the ball in ideal position.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
After a 5-year absence from the playoffs, the Wizards were able to get back into the postseason last year. Big step for the franchise. You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Now here's Wall, averaging 18 points a game. Shot's good. Wall's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
And the Wizards certainly turned some heads in their postseason run. A team considered to be an afterthought in the playoffs, but they did as well as any could have hoped for in terms of getting to the second round and pushing the Pacers to 6 games in that round.
Well, with the Wizards, a good postseason run, taking care of business, beating Chicago in the first round, and then Clark put a scare into the Pacers in the second.
Exactly, Kevin. There was a rumor that some teams were trying to make it where they would face the Wizards in the playoffs, thinking they were weak and an easy opponent. Not sure if those rumors are true, and the Wizards certainly show they're very formidable and will be good going forward.
Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give him an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gibson. Gasol comes in for Mirotic. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Kirk Hinrich. A nice shot by Gasol.
And their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second quarter.
Well, the lead being maintained will not be a problem if they keep shooting the way they have so far.
And it's Rose penetrating. Here's Temple. From deep. No good. Some solid defense from Butler. Chicago leading by 10. From the stripe. Near the three-point line, it's Dunleavy, and it's Humphries with the rebound. Humphries has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Oh! Hammer time! Hammer time!
I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw, the defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
For the past few seasons, the Wizards have been making trades almost every season, but they stuck with their roster last year, and Clark, it paid off.
It sure did, Kevin. You could see how they continued to grow into a really tight-knit, cohesive group over the season, and that always makes a difference.
And some stability for this franchise, which